This conference will now be recorded.
Good evening, student. Yuvraj, Paraj, Nakshatra, Chandana, Aditya, Saida, Priyanka, Adiba, Arti, Netravati, Rida, Yuvraj. So, how was your practice? I think yesterday I've seen Yuvraj sent a message and shared that screenshot what he has done. The same way, you also I assume that you have done your practical. You understood most of the concept. If that not, then go through with the videos and try to practice whenever you have free time. So yesterday I was performing network scanning. So we have found a tool called as ZenMap. So ZenMap is a tool to scan ports. So which ports are open and closed. If the port is open, we can try to analyze. 1 minute. So try to find vulnerabilities. So once the vulnerability assessments gets completed, then we can try to hack. So this is the main advantages of scanning the network and scan the ports. So now the question is, what exactly the ports? How I can define them? So ports are the doors for the entire network. So most of the services are get delivered by port numbers itself, and the number range also I have given, like three ways of categories: well-known port number, then a registered port number, public port number. Okay, so these are the things. Yuvraj or any one of you, just ping me in the WhatsApp. Yupta is facing some problem, it seems. So right now the link is opened. Anybody can join, but I don't know what she has done, it seems. So I was explaining about port scanning. The ports are the ports are the doors, and this is a communication path channel between the computer to another computer. So some ports are not required authentications and authorization, just like UDP protocol. So just I'm going through what is exactly the ports are the doors. So now again, ports are communication path channel between one computer to another. And the important thing is whenever you are performing network scanning, yesterday might have noticed some of the protocol. There will be a two protocol like TCP protocol and UDP protocol. So according to that, so some ports will not have not required any authentications and also authorization. So which are comes under UDP ports. So it means constant streaming purpose the UDP ports will be using this for constant streaming purpose. Other ports where which are first verification, then connections. Okay, so like authentications and authorization, which require first verification, then connections. That comes under TCP, transmission control protocol. Okay, so due to the three ways of handshake verification process, this is what your TCP connections. TCP is a what connections oriented protocol because which is performing three way of handshaking. But UDP connections less oriented protocol. So UDP connections less. Now the question is, port number is one of the most popular tool and which will use the techniques, popular techniques attackers use to discover the services, and they can exploit the break the entire network communications, okay, into the computer systems. Because of this reason, like most of the attackers, they used to have tools like nmap is also a tool, zenmap is also a tool. If I want to perform a network scan in the Windows platform oriented, then the tool is preferably recommended zenmap, but will not have any commands. Okay, but in the Kali Linux, we have to perform through the commands. Okay, using nmap commands or nmap tool, when we do port scan, we will get three results. One is open. Open means what? Yesterday you have seen some of them in the green color, some of them were red color, correct, right? So open means the host or computer responds and announcing it is listening, and also open to request, and an open port means it is a path to attack the network. In simple word, whenever attackers finds any open ports, they'll start a vector to attack the network. Means if it is port is open, then we assumes that okay, it is a path where I can get into the system. So this is what most of the people, they never open their ports. If it is secured, or they used to have a firewall sometimes. I think in the beginning of this, our introduction of our ethical hacking program, I was explaining about Windows firewall. If the Windows firewall is if that was on, then sometimes we cannot able to perform our network attacks. Okay, so like which will protect our means network attacks. So make ensure that the firewall is behind the firewall. If that any ports are working or not, that and all we have to check. Okay, so there will be three result. The first result will be what? Open port. Okay, next second result will be the close, means the host responds, but notes there is no application listening. Nobody is there to listen. So sometimes hackers will come back to scan again. In the case it opens up, so as a hacker, people will try to keep on scanning. So they'll be attempting and testing the status, the ports is available or not. So every day, every 1 hour, every 2 hours, they used to run a script, and they'll try to run the status. And next one, we have a filtered result. So the filter result means the host does not respond to a request. You are sending request, but it's not responding. The reason is this could be means the packet was dropped due to congestions or a firewall. So some ports are protected by firewall. So because of that reason, whatever packet you are sending, it is dropping. So the packets dropping, and the system does not respond to a request. So whenever you run nmap commands, and you will be getting a three status. As I told you, the first one open state, then second one is closed, then third one is filtered. So filtered means you assumes that those are protected by the firewall. Then if the port is closed, so the hackers will be keep on scanning again and again until it opens. If the port is open, then it is a path where the attackers attacks the network. Clear? Now to implement our practical nmap practical, so we'll go for we will require uh, we have a requirement to implement this metasploitable machine. Metasploitable machine and host machine. So based on between these two, we will start and try to get the result. Okay, so first I'll try to open. So now you can see there will be two machines. One is Kali Linux machine and another one is Metasploitable machine. So just I'm running between these two. So yesterday what I was used the ZenMap tool. It was so simple. Will not get any commands. So just click up a button. You will most of the things, most of the informations whichever is connected, everything is given in the script itself. So that's why most of the users they used to prefer in the Windows platform. But in the Kali Linux, you have to enter command by command, like using command line uh, script. It's not a script, just like a commands itself. Okay, so understanding that command lines and meaning of that switches, and if you enter that IP address, then you will be getting some of the results like open states, then closed states, and also firewall states like filtered states that we will be perform, and also we'll try to understand the way we are going to implement and understanding that the three way of handshaking. Okay, so how to do TCP connection scan or full open scan. It's called as three-way handshake. In case of firewall, if that working, then which will create a log also. Hope you guys is that understood? Just it is a small introductions before I start up this practical. So enter Kali, then MSF admin, MSF admin. enter command if config. This is my IP address 192.168.0.3. Then check what IP address you have in your colleague. cd space dot dot, then check ls. Good. Sorry. Run clear, then run with the if config. The IP is 0.8. Then check ping command 192.168.0.3 and check the status. Both are able to communicate with each other or not. Then press Ctrl C after this. Okay, now the question is, what command should I use now? Command nmap space -s, small letter s, next T, capital letter T, then -p, small letter p, again hyphen, put space, then target the metasploitable machine IP 192.168.0.3. Is it clear? Now the question is, sir, what is S, what is capital letter T, and what is hyphen T, sorry, hyphen P hyphen. Okay, so yes means it's a type of scan. Which type of scan you are performing now? And second thing is, we have a T. T stands for TCP scan. We are running TCP scan. In the beginning of the introduction of this network scan, I was telling that what type of scan you will be prefer, like UDP scan, like there will be two types of protocols, as I was telling that, like we are performing here TCP scan. Okay, then note to that how that takes time. We have to wait whenever we try to run this TCP scan. Okay, so just you press enter key. It takes some time because it has to prefer itself to run the code. and check the status here, what you have here inside this. So not shown 65,505. Those were TCP ports are closed, and you have a port number, and you have a three status and services. What services it's running? TCP 21, it's a FTP protocol, FTP which is running services. 21 SSH, 23 telnet, okay, then 80 HTTP, 53 domain name, and we have 6667 IRC internet relay chart, and IRCS, then MSG message server. Okay, so like this, some of the port numbers are still available and the status is open. Okay, and next scan if I wanted to perform now. Okay, so we'll try to use this stealth scan. So now the same uh, command I will be using without any changes. Okay, so nmap, but only one small changes I'll try to make. Instead of T, I'll be taking yes, capital letter yes. Okay, so small s to conduct type of scan, capital letter yes. So what type of scan we are performing? Stealth scan. Okay, sin stealth scan, synchronization SYN, synchronization stealth scan, and P means port number. Okay, so port number range was 0 to 65,535. So it has to perform all port numbers which are available in the target machine. The target machine, metasploitable machine. So 65,535. Then yes, capital letter yes, still since stealth scan, and small letter yes type of scan. So now finally you press enter key. Okay, so now we have a notification. You requested to scan type which requires root privileges. So what should I do? So you type sudo. Sudo means run as administrator. So similar kind of things. So small letter nmap, sudo nmap space small letter s, capital letter s, hyphen p hyphen space 192.168.0.3, and press enter key, and asking for password all itself, and press enter key. Wait for some time, then check out the result. Now you can see here the stealth scan which when I was performing, again it's stating that same thing, the same result I have. And say this, one host is up and scanned all our port numbers. But you might be asking, sir, both are giving same result, then why should I run? The difference is how you are performing the scan. Okay, then how the background performing the scan. If I want to perform online port scanning, then always do sin stealth scan. Please remember, if you want to perform online port scanning, then always try to work for the second one, stealth scan. So while performing online or public IP scanning, okay, there will be a strict rule. Without Proton means VPN. Okay, the configurations, without configuration, if you try to work, then this would be a problem. Okay, so make ensure if you wanted to perform online port scanning, you connect with the VPN or any Tor, then you start performing the scanning. Okay, so make ensure that how the background is going to perform and performances as performing the scanning in the mm, implementation of this commands. So next we have one more type of scan. I wanted to detect what is the software versions which are running in the target machine. So how do I get to know that what is exactly that area? Okay, we will try to get the result now. So again, so type sudo run as administrator, type nmap space hyphen small letter, capital letter, then small letter S, capital letter V. V means versions, then port number 65535, then target the IP 192.168.0.3 and press enter key. So make sure system is working or not. Yes, it's working. Then come back, do Control C, press enter key. It's taking time. The same command I'm using, but only one small changes, that is V version, to find out the version. Good, Yuvraj. Which command you have used? The same command, right? Yeah. But in this case, I think due to some network problem, okay, we'll go for next one more command. Otherwise, simply it is wasting our time. But you try and share me the screenshot how the Uraj is done in the same way. And even if you get that error message also, no problem. You share me that I will ping you in the WhatsApp itself. Okay. So now the next command again, I'll be typing sudo nmap and small letter s, capital letter S, and hyphen o. O means operating system. OS detection scan. Okay, then enter 192.168.0.3. Press enter key. In the bottom of the screen, you have OS detection performed. Could you see this? Okay, and what OS you have? Linux operating system 2.6. This is your command, and this is the answer. O means OS detection. You can target your what I can say, any website, any computer, and if I want to know that OS details, could you see this again? You have OS details and other kernel versions also displays. This is the result now. Okay, now sir, after performing that OS detections, how to use fin scan? Fin means finish scan. So the command is again sudo space nmap space hyphen s capital letter F. F means fin scan. Then enter IP address of the IP address of the Metasploit 0.3 192.168.0.3 and press enter key there. And see this, what you have noticed here. What you have noticed? Filtered. Do you remember when I was explaining the three types of result? Open state, closed state, and filter state. So now the port is open, but behind the firewall, the port is open. Is it clear? So to detect this, we have to run pin scan. Next, sir, I wanted to run one more called as XMA scan. XMA scan. So type sudo space nmap space small letter s capital letter X space 192.168.0.3 and press enter key. Okay, so open filter scan result also will be displaying. Now the differences is, okay, are you getting the same result now? You check. So XMA scan, the attackers are going to send three flags. In the XMA scan, the attackers is going to send three types of flags. One is pin flag, push flag, and urgent flag. It means if the reply is not coming from the target machine, okay, then port is open and target if your Linux machine or Unix machine operating system. So in three ways they'll be trying to get the informations. Clear? If the machine is not responding, then which is going to try to gather that which are the open ports and what is the operating system details. So this is the complete informations which are going to be displayed in the EXMA scan. Okay, as an attacker, do you think which type of scan would you like to run now? Would you like to run with fin flag or EXMA scan? So totally how many commands were now? If you have missed, again I will tell you. So the first command nmap hyphen s capital letter T, then hyphen p hyphen space 192.168.0.3. This is the first command. And what was the second command which I've used? Okay, that second command was steal the scan. Yes. Okay. Next, third one. What did I use? The same command, but only the small changes we have done. It seems. What was that? Sudo. In the beginning of this area, sudo hyphen s, again hyphen s, v capital letter V, and use this same IP. And we have taken one more command, again sudo nmap small letter s capital letter S hyphen o capital letter, then IP address 92.168, then 0.3. And to run fin flag to find out which are behind the firewall, so type sudo nmap, nmap space hyphen s capital letter F, then targeted IP 192.168.0.3, and enter. And one more, that is to run sudo exmascan, I guess it is nmap hyphen s capital letter, then x is a, hyphen a small letter, x is a capital letter, then targeted IP like this. Okay, when if you wanted to perform according to my suggestion, what has to be done, you connect your VPN, then start with nmap hyphen s capital letter x, then some name, IP address you take, for example NICT computer education.com, something like this. Is it clear? So now I'll try to share all commands in the WhatsApp itself. So take your 5 minutes, 10 minutes time, execute immediately, and check out what is the result will you be getting. Are you getting the same result what I got? Just you make verify once, and is that working or not? In front of you, just I have demonstrated, and you try to execute. But if you are planning to execute in the Linux commands, use the same command. Do not use any Zenmap and all. So, like this type of scanning performance, which is not available in your Zenmap. Okay, so try to work on this and let me know what is the result will you be getting. So Saida, okay, good. So Saida and Yuvraj already they have done. So like this, other peoples also participate and get me the result. So I'll give only 10 minutes. So maximum you have 5 commands. Just you open those Kali Linux and Metasploit and just enter the command. Before you execute those commands, first check the internet connection, sorry, network connections. Is that working or not? Then you start entering those commands. So let's have a 10 minutes break. So finish the activities and share me the screenshot what you will be getting the result. Hello everyone. What about the status? I did not get any message. No one has tried it seems. Nakshatra Faraz Syed. Okay, Syed she has done. Priyanka, Adiba, Arti, Netravati, Rida, Yukta. Yesterday you not attended. Ashika, Chandana, Aditya. Please you tell me what is the status. So only Nakshatra is telling that's at 2 minutes. Okay, so next we'll go for next topic like enumerations. So in the phase one, we have done food printing. We collected information. In the phase two, we performed network scanning or completely scanning. So in the process of network scanning, we are trying to trace what is a port which are available and what is the status of those port and trying to detect much more in detail informations about the targeted machines. Now the next third phase is to what? Enumerations. So enumerations, just like it's a process of establishing an active connections with the target host, or according to our example it's a metasploit, to discover the potential attack vectors in the target computer systems and getting the informations gained at the phase of what I can say in the phase one, phase two, like code printing and as well as network scanning. So informations gathered at this phase and also in the enumeration space that can be used for further exploitations of the system. Whatever the informations we are going to be collecting in the place of or in the phase of enumerations, we will try to make use for exploitations of the machine. or target machines. So considered as a critical phase because a few pieces of informations, whatever we gathered in the phase, can help us directly exploit the target computer. Is that clear? I hope you understood this enumerations. So enumerations is the process of establishing an active connections of the target. So where we are trying to gather some more, much more detail about the targeted missions. That I'll tell you what are the informations we are going to gather in the in this enumeration phase. So in this phase, enumerations, informations gathered, what kind of informations will be gathering in the enumerations area. Number one, what is the user names and group names? Username of computer, group names of the computers, the targeted computers, and also host names. And in the third phase, network shares and services. And the fourth one, IP tables and routing tables. Okay, and like this, etc. I will write. So most of the computer related informations we try to gather in this phase. Is it clear? Okay, the question is, sir, what is the benefits if I run this enumerations? For example, informations related to the computer that belongs to the domain name or work group, or the detail related shares on computers in the network, then extracting the policies and passwords. Like I wanted to know the username and password policies, like what is the maximum length of the password, and what is the uh, password they have given issued, like is that case sensitive or is that plain text oriented, in which they have given uh, the password what I can say policies. So if I wanted to extract policies and password details, so we have to run enumerations. Is it clear? Understood? So practically, if I wanted to run, we'll see. There will be a command in Kali that is called as enum for Linux. I think most of the times you have heard about this. Okay, so we will use this enum for Linux. We'll try to conduct practically, then we'll talk about commands. So now the first command, I'll try to gather this informations, usernames. Okay, enum for Linux, capital letter U, enum for Linux, capital letter U, then 192.168.0.3, and press enter key, and you can see complete informations. 1 minute, little bit you go up. Could you see now? This is your targeted machine. So targeted machine and usernames, administrators, guest, KRB, TGT, domain admins, root, bin, and none. So this is all about targeted informations, and you can understand is that under work domain or work group or domain working area. So right now it is in work group, so that you can see what is our work group name, and you have some more informations like SID, system identifiers. So right now this is comes under work group itself. So there is no system ID, and RID you have a account. Okay, what is a user account name, and also the number of the username, and that information is available here itself. Okay, and look at this username and RID numbers. Is it clear? This is the beauty of enumerations. And next we'll try to understand uh, password policies. So how do I do that? Enum for Linux, hyphen p capital letter, 192.168.0.3, enter. Look at this. What is a password policy you have? So they have not given what is a minimum password length. So sometimes whenever you try to give a password for Google account, they used to say that minimum password length is 6. But here minimum password length is 0. Then password complexity. So it is not enabled password complexity. It is right now it is in disabled mode. It means you can guess the password in the plain text mode, like just like 123, then password itself. Okay, so something like that. So we don't have any complexity password in this machine. And look at this password policies. Minimum password age, none. Reset account lock, counter time, it is 30 minutes. Locked account duration. So once that account is get locked, then it is 30 minutes. And account lockout thresholds, right now in this none. Then forced log off time, not set. And look at this domain related password informations. And next domain related metasploit, like minimum password length is 5, then password history is none, maximum password age is not been configured here. Okay, this is about the password informations along with user informations. Is it clear? So the tool called enum for Linux. uh, Raj, once you check the firewall is enabled or not, then you try one more time, you try, then you will be getting that the same result you will be getting. Nakshatra, 1 minute. Yes, ma, you have done. Good. So this type of result I did not get. So don't enable. So if you restart the machine, then automatically once it's connected to the private network, then it start working on that. No problem. Okay. So the next command, I'll try to enter what is the domain groups. Okay. So to get the domain groups, enum for Linux -G, then target IP 192.168.0.3. Press enter and look at this. So right now we don't have any domain groups. Saida, your is working now. Fine, superb, good. The same result I am also getting here, groups informations in this machine. So cannot determine if the host is part of domain or part of the work group. So this is because the domain ID is null. Okay, and here built-in groups. If that machine is, if that created, then it would have displayed now. As of now, it's not been created. So enum for Linux has been completed. So on so on date and time. So this is a command what I have in this platform. And next one more command, like I wanted to know about that shared informations. Okay, to know about shared informations, you type the same command, but instead of G, you type yes and press enter key after the IP address, and you can see what are the folders have been shared. There is a dollar sign and it is mapped. Okay, so and the status is displaying name that as denied. Okay, so the printer cannot be accessed. Okay, and NT status network access is denied in the list. In this map sharing informations as of now available in this 0.3 machines. And look at this, you have SMB details also, like server and group name, what is the name of the machine, like a host name, metasploitable machine, and you can see what is the name of the shared name and which disk you are using, printer drivers, IPC share services, so which is running under the Samba server. So because of that reason, I'm getting this shared name. Is it clear? So I've used very simple command enum for Linux hyphen, first one was U, then 192.168.0.3, again enum for Linux P, capital letter P, 192.168.0.3, again enum for Linux, then you have hyphen G, G for groups in group information, 192.168.0.3, and again enum for Linux, capital letter S for getting the share list 192.168.0.3. So check out your WhatsApp group. I've shared the command list. Saida, it's correct. Aditya, yeah, the same result what Yuvraj has got. Okay. So what you do is after the class you connect that to private network and you start pinging on this. Okay, and execute the same command, then you would get the same result also. So not to worry, and note down these commands, and there is a meaning of this area that also note down. So according to the explanations what I've done. So next we'll try to conduct the brute force attack, like by creating username list and password list. Okay, and we'll try to attack on this machine. We'll take the advantages of FTP protocol. We'll try to execute this practically in the next class. Check out your WhatsApp. Hmm. Suppose if you have any doubts, you ask me in the network scanning and in the enumerations part. So today Tanusha, sorry, Tanushita not attended. Monisha is not attended. Then Faraz, you attended. Then Kartika not attended. Karina not attended. Priyanka, Priyanka, yeah, she is attending. Monica not attended. Then Ujesha not attended. Yeah. Okay, Nakshatra. I'll check and I'll tell you, ma. 1 minute. Yuraj, just around 50% of our portions as of now completed. Remaining 50% is there. So once it's get completed, then we'll conduct the exam. Probably another 2 weeks, I guess. This is our almost 30 hours program. As of now, we completed around 50% here. Okay, guys. Yes, I noted, noted. I noted for us. Okay, so practice once again. Uh, Share me the output what you what you are getting, and then we'll continue with the new topic in the next class. Okay, see you guys.